Hey, this is Artem, and you just tuned into the Vestinda Profit Bytes podcast. And let's get started from Bitcoin chart, and we are tuning into 4-hour time frame. The Bitcoin price had breakout from $44,000 and we are reached almost $46,000 on a recent move. However, we probably going to revisit $44,000 again because we can see that this price was pretty parabolic and we might have a rebound exactly at 44,100 before we going higher to $48,000. This target we mentioned in the previous Profit Byte podcast. So what happened on the last week that we had the price action around EMA 20, we retested it multiple times before this breakout. So I think that we're going to continue this rising trend, but we need to retest 44,000 once more. So this is the key support level for now. And if the price is managed to go below this level, well, we are probably going to revisit $43,000 as well. So $43,000 could be another support level. So keep in mind that down on 1 hour time frame, we see the price have this impulse wave. So apparently we're going to see correction wave inside this zone of 45 and $44,000. So before we go into the 47,300. So keep in mind this zone as a possible reaccumulation phase for another uptrend move. Before we jump to the Ethereum, let's take a look at Bitcoin volatility history. And we see that through our history that volatility shaking around 8% to 1%. And it's interesting that on the current price, we see that volatility is still relatively low. If you're going to compare to 2020, for example, when we had halving event, and after that volatility has increased a lot, so volatility reached up to 5%. We currently only at 2%, so there is a plenty room for that, and we could see a spike here as well if the price is going to have a parabolic move to $60,000, for example. This metric is currently showing that we are just approaching this verge where we can have a really strong movement of the price. You can see after every time the volatility is decreased or it's sloping down, we see breakouts in the price. Either it's a breakout to the downside or it's a breakout to the upside. So the current state of volatility is remaining open for a big price moves. Now let's jump to the Ethereum. And Ethereum on 4-hour time frame having a really nice breakout from this flag shape. So we possibly that we are going to revisit 2,500 pretty soon, maybe this week, maybe next. However, I think that the price is not going to stop on 2,500. It's probably going to have a bigger move to visit $3,000 mark, which is a really strong resistance level for long term, and potentially price could go higher to $3,600 and $4,000, like I mentioned on the previous Profit Bytes. Next crypto to be discussed is SeiChain. It made a really big move since November, so you can see that the price is reached almost $1 mark. So what we can find on this chart is that the price is making some consolidations inside flags and rising wedges, and currently the price making the similar price action that it had before a last sideways. So we saw the price in rising wedge here below 0.3 and converging to this triangle below this level. Right now we approaching to $1 mark, and there is a possibility that we're going to see some kind of sideways around this level before any other significant price actions. Next on the list is Cardano, and Cardano making really strong moves. We saw price action around 0.4. We hit in a triangle like this, and currently the price is having similar triangle to previous one. It is pretty wide range. However, it is easy to follow up this coin right now because we see this support level at 0.5759. So follow up this region and we might go higher from it, possibly to 0.8, 0.7 as the next move. But of course, beware of the breakouts. If the price going below 0.55 or 0.53, that's a trigger for selling. So make sure you are following a stop loss and good risk management if you're trading such pairs like Cardano. Next is Solana. So Solana having the price action that we talked about on the last Profit Bytes. we currently having some kind of retracement here, and it is possible that we finish this third wave inside a bigger cycle. For Solana, it's probably going to be calm days or sideways, and people who bought in the December will probably take a profit before any other incoming moves. So make sure you're following this range. So the range is below 130 and $78. This range is possible for the sideways inside this bigger cycle. Let's take a look at CoinFlux token. This token had nice triangle here, and before that we saw another triangle and consolidation zone. So I'm thinking that this token is going to increase in price a little bit higher. Maybe we will break from 0.22 and go higher to 0.28, 29. That's a level that we can expect. And from daily standpoint, we can see that we have a lot of levels here. Look at this price action. We saw that the price is rebounded multiple times from 0.4, which is a really strong resistance level for this price action. Make sure you're following this trend line as well, because this trend line is a key line for support. And if we go bridge this line, let's say below 0.15, then we will go lower. However, we see that these consolidations is making up move. So expecting the swing up to 0.3 is a good place to take profits. However, let's focus on the smaller moves and take a profit step by step.